Hi everyone, my name is Monique.
And I'm Naveen.
And this is Last Will of Vladimir Suchy. Yes, so this game is published by CGE, and it is by Vladimir Suchy. And it is a worker placement, hand management card game about spending all your money.
Yeah, it's a take kind of on an old movie called Brewster's Millions.
Yeah, it's like the board game version of that.
The board game version of it.
I believe thematically we all inherited our uncle's fortune.
Correct.
But only one of us gets to keep it.
Right.
And it's the person who
can enjoy money the most. So there's more than what we were given.
Spending the majority of their money.
Exactly. So at the end of the game, you're going to want to have the least amount of money, and then you'll inherit his fortune.
So tonight we are going to play it.
Yeah. Shall we?
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and get set up, and then we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we are now set up for a 2-player game of Last Will, and the main difference is that the board is on the 2 to 3 player side, both boards, and we both have an extra planning token.
Yeah, so this is my character, this is my
same.
blocker.
Mine, and this is the planning token. And this is used during the planning phase to block off spots so that neither of us can go to it.
Yeah.
So now we're going to start with sort of like a rules overview. So if you played the game or you just, want to skip past it, go for it. It'll be in the description. Okay, so in this game, we are trying to spend all of our money in order to win the favor of our late uncle, to try to win all the money in his will.
Right, yeah.
It's a pretty crazy theme, but it's like Brewster's Millions.
Yeah,
I guess,
exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So we both start with £70. I believe it's supposed to be pounds. $70, £70. And we are going to be trying to spend it all by going out to events like dinners and the theater, or buying property, hiring helpers and companions, etc. Yep. And so it's all pretty much card based, and it's going to be pretty much how we can combo our cards together. So the game is played over a maximum of 7 rounds. If we are able to, and this is the round tracker up here, upper left-hand corner, if one of us is able to get rid of all of our money before the 7 rounds, then the game will just end early.
In addition to getting rid of all of our properties.
Yes, so you cannot win the game if you still have a property on your board, which will make more sense later. So this is the planning board. This is the card offering board where these cards will be coming out. And then we both have our own individual player boards in which we're going to be playing cards down onto, kind of like our tableau. So each round is played over 5 phases. The first phase being the setup phase. And so during the setup phase, all that happens is that these cards will come out onto the card offering board. And if you notice, each slot on the card offering board has like a symbol, so it tells you what cards go where during which rounds. So like these two card slots are for these cards specifically, and these cards scale. They have crowns on them, and as we get like further and further into the game, they increase in crown size, and I believe they just become like better. Stronger,
better,
more powerful. The 4 basic types of cards are these ones. These are events, and that's stuff like going to the dinners, going to theaters, etc. Then we have properties. These are helpers and expenses, and then these are companions. So I believe there's like a chef, a dog, a horse, stuff like that, which we'll be able to bring onto our properties and stuff like that. So during the planning phase, during setup, all we do is we put these cards out.
Sure.
So I guess we can do that now.
Get started.
So these 2 cards are for the crowns. This slot here is for another crown card. It looks like helpers and expenses. And then this last slot is always for the wild card. This is a wild companion. And so that's all that happens during the setup phase. We both also start with 6 cards in our hand. We have 3 properties and 3 helpers and expenses. And at the end of the setup phase, the first setup phase of the game, we have to discard down to 2. So we're truly starting the game with only 2 cards in our hand.
Yep.
So, but I'll just briefly go over the rest of the rules and we can start. So after the setup phase, we go into the planning phase. And so that's where the planning board comes into play. And so if you look over here, there are 6 slots for where we can put our planning token. And it's going to tell us how many cards we're allowed to draw, how many errand boys we're going to send out, and how many base actions we get for the whole round. So we have to plan that in advance. And so the way that it works is if I'm the first player, then I put out in a 2-player game, I put out my blocker first. So I'm going to choose a spot where now neither of us can go to.
Right.
And then Naveen will block
I will go and block. So
We'll
since
go
I'm the
block.
red player, I'll take a yellow, and
Yeah.
let's just say I want to block this position here.
And then he goes and chooses his
And then
spot.
I get to choose,
And then I
yes.
choose my spot.
Correct.
So once you select your actual spot, you immediately draw that many cards from any of the basic deck or the base decks. And then it'll tell you how many errand boys you get to put out, and then you get that many base actions.
Yeah, and one thing about drawing the cards is you must declare how many of a particular type you're going to be drawing.
Right. So you can't draw. So if I have 2 cards to draw, I can't like draw one from that deck, look at it, and then draw from another. You have to like say I'm drawing 2 from this deck, or I'm drawing 1 and 1.
Right. So particularly when you have the space that you can draw up to 7 cards or up to 5 cards, that really takes
You have to decide in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then after the planning phase, which is basically when we do all that, we're going to go into the I believe it's called like the errand phase, where we go into the card offering, and we're going to be grabbing cards from this board. And so turn order will now change to whoever's furthest on left.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Whoever's
AKA correct. Yes.
AKA correct. Whoever's further to the left will go first. So it's not necessarily the first player
Right.
of that round. Correct. And so, depending on how many errand boys you have, which are these hats, you can put them out in any of these spots here, and there are also some spots here, and over there.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way that it works is you just put your errand boy there and you take the card that it corresponds to.
Yep.
If it's one of these 2 spots correspond to one of these 3 cards. So notice there are 3 cards, but only 2 spots, meaning 1 card will not be able to be taken.
Right.
And then these wild cards, these act as companions, which you'll learn about later. But these are only good for the round that you take them.
Yeah, they must go back.
They must go back. If you do not use it that round, it's going to go back. So use it.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. And then these slots here, this spot here is just, I don't know what to do. I'm going to go here and just spend $2.
Yeah, it's called going to the opera.
You went to the opera.
Yep, and you spend 2 of your starting 70.
Yes. This spot here gives you one of those extensions. Can you pass me one, please?
Sure.
And so that's if you need more space on your actual player board to put more cards down, you can get one of these extensions, and it just goes off to the right-hand side. So now you can put more cards on your tableau. The last 2 areas are this area here, which allows you to just draw 1 card from any of the 4 decks. And there's space for anybody. That's like a friendly area. That's why they're color-coded.
Right. Yeah, you can't get blocked out of that
You can't
spot.
get blocked out
You
of
can only
that spot.
block yourself out of its own spot.
Correct. And this area here, which allows you to manipulate the prices of the properties.
The properties.
You can basically just rearrange them.
Yeah, in this game, there's 4 different color types of properties: yellow, brown, orange, and green. Mm-hmm. And so when you buy or sell, these little chits are going to manipulate.
They modify the price.
That's on the base card.
So 1 person per round can kind of move
there.
those around. And then after that phase, we go into the action phase. And so starting with the player who's furthest left, you take all your actions.
Right.
And actions will be stuff like playing cards to your tableau, playing cards from your hand, etc.
Right.
And then after I finish all my actions and you go, etc.
Correct.
Then after that, you go into cleanup. So just before we start, I kind of want to show you the differences of the cards. There are 3 main types of cards. There are cards with this like dark border. There are the events, which have a white border, and then there are the blue or slate colored bordered cards. Mm-hmm. And they act in different ways. So all of the dark bordered cards are going to come down to your tableau. These are always played out in front of you. And it always costs 1 action to just play a card to your tableau. That's why there's an A there. So say, for example, if I had this card, which happens to be a property, if I were to play it, I spend 1 action to play it there. I spend the money equal to however much it is at the top left-hand corner to buy this property, which is a mansion, and then whatever the modifier is.
So this particular case, it's a yellow property,
yes.
and it has a +1, so she would actually spend $9.
£9 instead of 8.
Which is exactly what you want to be doing in this game.
You want to be spending money.
You want to spend money in this game, yeah.
It's tricky like that.
It's a race to the bottom.
It is.
Yeah.
So this gets placed down there, and then it'll stay there until basically I sell the property back.
Right.
So that's how properties pretty much work. And then each round I can maintain them. If I don't maintain them, they go down in value, which is also what you want.
Right.
It's kind of like you're kind of debating, do I want to maintain the property or do I want to
you're trying to min-max everything.
You min-max everything, mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So those are the dark bordered cards. The white bordered cards, which are all these events, they go from your hand and they get played out immediately to the discard. They don't come down. These are one-time use only because mm-hmm. It's like I went on a boat trip once. Right. It's thematically like I went out and did something. And it tells you how many actions you have to spend at the top left-hand corner. So in this case of this boat trip, if you spend 2 actions to play this card, and it allows you to spend $4. Right. Some cards have a modifier that show below it. It'll show like a symbol, and these are companions. And the companions are these blue cards. The blue or slate-colored borders. These cards are always played in conjunction with another card. So in the example of this boat trip, it allows me to spend 2 actions to spend $4. Plus, if I also have a chef card in my hand, so one of these blue chef cards, which is somewhere in there, and I discard it along with this card, I spend an additional 3.
Right.
So blue cards are always in conjunction with either a white card or in front of you, and then white cards are always one-time use.
Right.
So that's pretty much all the different card types, and we can kind of go for there and explain as we go. So what is this missing?
That is missing.
This is the one that I took.
That was already there.
So that's the property.
Okay.
So
go ahead and grab mine. So my blocker color in this game is going to be represented by a yellow meeple disc, and mine is going to be a blue. So anytime you see that out there, that's basically us saying that spot is a no-go for one of us. Okay.
Yes.
Or for both of us, actually. All right.
So let's see who goes first.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Great. So I'm gonna go first. We already did the setup phase. We put out these cards on the card offering board. So now
that we did.
Discard down to 2. I actually haven't.
Ooh.
To who?
So keep 2 cards, correct?
Yes, you're gonna keep 2 cards, and.
Wow. Okay, I'll take that one right there.
So discard, please.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so we did the setup phase. Now we go into planning.
Yep.
So I'm going to block.
So you block first, then I block,
first.
then I go, then you go.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
So kind of snakes.
This is always like the difficult decision in this first phase. Okay, so what would Naveen want? Because he gets to choose before me.
Correct.
I'm thinking you want to draw cards. I'm going to block off this spot right there.
Wow.
Yep.
Really?
I mean...
How did you know?
I don't know if that was the right move.
Okay, so let's see. I feel like 7 cards and 2 actions is a little excessive, so let's just go ahead and make that not available for anybody.
Okay.
And then... Lovely. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I will take this one. So I'm actually not going to draw cards. I'm going to do the exact opposite of what you thought I was going to do.
You want the actions.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I will go here, and I get to draw 2 cards.
All right.
Let's see. Do I want to buy? I'm going to draw... What do I want to draw? Okay, I don't... obviously, I didn't keep any properties, so maybe I will draw 2... I'll draw a property and an event.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yep, see, so she had to declare exactly how many cards she wanted to draw of each. Mm-hmm. She can do one by one.
And so you are red,
I'm
correct?
red,
so we both get 2 errand boys.
So you get to put your first
and
errand
2
boy.
actions. So I'm going to put my 2 actions base.
Oh, yes. Here on the left-hand side, it's just a good way to keep track of how many actions you have.
Yes, so without this, it's like impossible.
Yeah, because you forget how many you took,
actions.
and sometimes the cards force you to play more actions, so it's the best way just to keep track.
To keep track,
it's really good.
So we set our base actions already, and now we're going to move on to the errand boy phase. Okay. So we're going to put out our errand people. Let's call them errand people. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab one of these cards. This is an old friend.
Oh, okay.
So this old friend, when I play it in front of me, will give me an additional action.
I think we need to keep this game balanced, so I will literally do the exact same thing. So I will also do that.
Were you scared?
Well, I couldn't let you have 2 of those. That would have been pretty bad.
For my second errand boy, I am going to actually manipulate the properties.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make this one +3. I don't really know any of the other ones, so we're just going to keep it like that. I could have benefited Naveen, but who knows?
Good. Yeah. Okay, so now it's my turn, and what I will go ahead and do... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up another action board, actually, right now.
Whoa, already?
I feel like it's early, but
That's interesting. Are you just planning on putting 6 cards out? Round 1, 6 cards.
Maybe.
Okay. And so we move on to the actions phase. So I'm going to do all of my actions first because I was further left on that track.
So you have 2 actions?
I have all of my 2 actions.
Right.
So for my first action, I'm going to play this card to my tableau, which is my old friend. So I spent 1 action to do that, but then I'm going to tap it. So whenever you tap it, whenever you use the card, you slide it downwards. There's a check mark to show that you've used it. So in taking this action, it gives me an action. So I just gave myself that. And then for another action, I'm going to buy this property. It's a farm.
Okay.
And so it's 15
And then you manipulated the market.
Plus 3. So can you give me change, please?
What
or actually
get?
Here. So it's 18 pounds. So I'm going to give myself 2 pounds back. So that was an action to do that. I can, if I want to, I'm going to play this card down. I could have spent another action to maintain this.
Okay.
And spent $2 or 2 pounds, but I want to play this card. This is a school chum. And so this is during the planning phase. When I go to draw cards, I can draw 3 additional companions.
Okay, very good.
So I've spent all my actions.
Okay, you're all done?
I'm all done.
Okay. So I'm going to have a very similar opening move, right? Since we both got the old friend. I'm going to go ahead and play that down. That's going to go down to 1 as my action. I'm going to tap it, get an action back.
Awesome.
Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I also am going to buy a property.
Wow.
We're kind of copying each other here, but it makes sense.
Oh, I helped you.
So you didn't help me. You didn't manipulate this. So yellow was already yellow. Was at 1. So it's going to be 15 plus 1, so that's $16. So, or pounds. Let's go ahead and take some change.
So you get 4 back.
I get 4 back. I'll just take them in 2 twos.
And then don't forget to grab a property marker. So because I bought a farm, farms don't depreciate ever. It doesn't matter if I maintain it or not. But the other properties do. So to signify that, he has to get
it's a little tiny
marker.
gold. It looks like a little house.
He's going to put it at the top left corner to show what the value is at. And so as long as he keeps on maintaining it every round, that marker's not going to go down, which is not good for him. As long as every round that he doesn't spend an action to maintain it, it's going to keep depreciating.
Yeah. You cannot win the game again if you have any property. So at the very end of the game or over the course of the game, you're going to have to sell it back. So my goal with this property is probably going to be to depreciate the property
as much as possible.
So right now its base value is 15, which is what I bought it for, plus the 1, so 16 really. If I, over the course of the game, can get it all the way down to 4, then I would sell it back to the bank for 4. So I ultimately spent a lot more money. You know?
Right.
Okay, so right now it's at 15, and so that was an action to play the property down. And then my last action is very, very, very similar to yours. I'm playing the school chum, which basically is very similar to Monique's. It's I get to draw 3 of these cards right here.
The event cards during the planning phase when he draws cards. So.
Correct.
So we just have it's the same card. It's just I get to draw 3 of these. He gets to draw 3 of those.
Right. Okay. And that was my last action.
Your last action. Okay. So we're gonna do the cleanup phase. This is where we have to discard down to
2 cards.
2 cards, and so he doesn't have any.
cards.
I have my 2, and then you untap things that you've tapped. If you have a property that you did not maintain, it gets depreciated.
Bye-bye.
So that's good for you.
Losing money.
And then these cards
spending money, not losing it, spending it.
These cards go bye-bye.
Yes, we wipe those.
That wild card will stay.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, I'll take that.
And then here, go ahead and take your errand people back.
Errand.
And the planning markers.
Okay, we'll move it down to round 2. And
planning phase?
Shall we? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So here we go. Sorry, setup phase.
Setup phase, yes.
I just wanted to skip setup and just go straight to planning. And so that one goes there. All right. So now we are in the planning phase, starting with you.
It's me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and block off. Let's go ahead and just block this one off.
Interesting. So if I... Okay, so I'm going to block this spot right there.
Okay.
And then I will take this spot here. So it's 5 cards, my 2 errand people, and I only get 1 base action. So I'm going to draw my 5 cards.
So you also have that card.
I get 5 cards plus 3 of these cards because of my school chums. So let me just get those now. I won't look at them, but I'm just going to get them. And then I get 5. So I'm going to take some of these. I'm going to do 3 of these and 2 of these. 1, 2, 3. So 3 helpers and expenses and 2 events. So now I'm going to have a ton of cards.
Yeah.
With only 1 action. What was I thinking?
Well, you have the old friend who will get you another one. So, okay, so then because you're going to go there, I should probably... I will go here and take 1 card and 4 actions, but because I also have a school chum, I'm going to grab these 3. I won't look at them just so I don't forget. 2, 3... And then I get 1 additional card. Let's go ahead and get myself a companion. And I get 4 actions, but only 1 Errand Boy top hat that I can send out. Okay? And it's going to be your turn.
Okay, so that was the planning phase. We're now going to move on to the errand people phase. Okay, so for my first errand person action, I'm going to go here and grab this wild card. So I have another companion. I'm in the companion game.
So I only have 1 of these. Oh, I get 4 base action. Let me go ahead and put that in before I forget.
You get 4. Oh.
4 actions, yeah.
I think I did this wrong. What, for the 1 action spot?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and... Now the steward here, what is that exactly? What's going on there?
It's once per round, you can you can maintain a manor or any of those 3 types of buildings that's not a farm without spending an action.
Without spending an action. Okay.
Yeah, so that's not.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and I'll go here. Since I do have that type of house, I'll go ahead and get a gardener. We'll have a gardener help us maintain this house. Okay.
Very good. For my second, I will go here, actually. Let's grab an extension. I know I kind of poked fun at you for doing it. Now I'm doing it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, so you get...
Oh, you only had 1 errand person. Okay.
Correct, yeah, that's it.
So I'm going to take my actions first. And so I only have 1 base action, but I'm going to tap this old friend now. Because he doesn't actually cost an action to tap him. He just gives you additional actions. So I have 2 of them. I will spend... Okay, so I only have 2 actions.
Okay.
And unfortunately, so this is going to be kind of silly. So out of my whole hand, I'm going to spend both actions on this 1 card, which is me going on a boat trip.
Okay.
And so it's for 2 actions, I can spend 3 coins. But if I have these companions, I can spend an additional 2 coins per companion type that I have. So I do have the friend, the guest. I don't have a dog, but I have this wild card, so I can represent the dog, and then I have a chef.
Wow.
So I spend 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pounds.
9 pounds.
So
not bad.
I'm gonna just get some change, but that's both of my actions. So I can go ahead and get the change if you want to go. Thank you. So.
Okay, so I have 4, and I'm gonna go ahead and start out as I probably always should with tapping the old friend here. He's gonna give me a extra action, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Can you discard these for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
What I'll go ahead and do, I have 5 total actions here, and I see no better time than to have a ball. 5 actions, which is exactly what I have. I get to spend 13 pounds or bucks or whatever you want to call it. Bye-bye.
I can't believe it.
So 13 basic math means 37 back. Okay.
I've never been so stressed out about spending money.
So that's 2
in my life.
7, 10, 20, and 30 back. Okay.
So that was all your actions?
That was everything, yeah.
Okay, so that was quick. So now we're going to go into the cleanup phase. So untap, depreciate your property, and then discard down to 2.
That property.
I have like 7 cards, and I have to discard down to 2.
I'll keep.
So let's keep that.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. Okay, so I went ahead and discarded.
They're not like amazing.
Okay, so let's do a current money count here. I have $41 right now. 41 pounds.
Keep these. these two.
41 francs.
Here, can you discard these for me, please?
Yes. And what is your money?
You have 41 pounds?
41 pounds as of right now. What are you at?
I'm at, what was that? 43.
Okay, not bad.
But I have
Very
this expensive property. Maybe I should just get rid of it already.
It was a good purchase.
Okay, so, we're not done cleaning up.
Yes.
So we have to discard these cards.
Perfect.
And take your pieces back.
I'm going to move it down to round 3. Excellent.
Okay, so we are in round 3, and we're going to get into the setup phase. So let's start setting up some stuff. So these, nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed
it's still the
as of
same
right
types
now,
of cards. So we've got some crowns over here. And then, of course, the wild companion.
The wild.
So I am now start player.
Correct. So you block first.
So I'm going to block first. Don't like you having so many actions. Which one did you take last? I'm gonna block this.
I think I went there last time.
Yeah, I feel like that's where you went.
It's not bad. Okay, so it's not bad.
I think Naveen's in the action game.
I might be in the action game. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and block off. You have. I also kind of want to stifle your ability to take action. So what I'll do is I'll go here as a blocker, and then I'll go here. I'm actually not going to draw any cards. But because I have the school chum, it's going to allow me to draw 3 of this particular type. So we're just going to be doing a bunch of events, yeah. We're going to be throwing parties, boat rides, who knows. Okay. All right, and it's your turn, miss.
What color are you again? Red?
I am red, yes.
I don't want... I'm stressed out. Okay, I'm gonna... I don't learn from my mistakes, clearly. But I'm gonna go here. I really want to go before him.
You really want to go before me.
So I'm gonna draw 5 cards. First I'm gonna take these 3, because of my school chum.
School chum.
2, 3. And then I'm going to...
Really?
Grab 5 cards. I'm going to draw 4 events and another companion. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
5. So
you got
here
some
we go
options
again with my base value of 1.
1, yeah. Oh,
and
yes, I have a base value of 3 for me.
Millions of cards.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are going into the errands phase.
Okay.
So I get 2 errand people. We both get 2. Okay, so I'm going to go here and grab the old friend.
The old friend.
We meet again, old friend.
Well played, old friend. What is that school chum doing over there?
My friend.
What symbol is that? I can't really see.
I think it's just any 2.
Any 2 brown cards, I think?
Any 2 basic cards.
Any 2 basic cards, okay. Not bad. But what I'll go ahead and do is I'll go for the hectic day. I think a hectic day would be great.
Hectic day is fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds like the right time to get it.
And then I go again. So, I don't want to get that.
That's a lot of house.
This is just, I spend $2 for every horse that I have on my farm.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Okay. I guess I'll take that card.
Okay.
And then you send out your second errand person.
Errand person. Where are you gonna go, errand person? I'll take the. Let's go ahead and get a reservation.
The reservation?
Yeah.
Where are you even?
We're gonna go to a nice fancy dinner.
Are we?
Maybe. Okay, let's see. It is you first because
Me
you
first.
are
So I'm gonna take my actions. This is round 3.
Round 3.
This is going quickly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play my old friend. So I spend an action to play.
Yeah, I wanted that
there,
card.
and then I'm gonna tap them both.
Okay.
And I get. So this old friend differs from this one in that it allows me to also spend a pound.
Point. Yeah, a pound.
To tap them. So I tap them both, which gives me an action each, and I get to spend a pound.
It's like he's hurting for money or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I pay? Oh, he's like asking for a loan, I guess.
Maybe hey, you got $1 or something like that.
Oh,
Maybe.
my poor friend.
Poor friend. Old friend.
My old friend. So, and then I'm going to spend 2 actions doing something silly, I know it. Just like last time. So, I'm going to spend the boat trip again, because I really love going
Wow, you have another
on these
boat trip.
trips.
Wow.
And it costs 2 actions, so I have to spend both actions to do that. And it says I can sweeten the boat trip by bringing on some friends. So I brought a guest,
Exactly
my
what
dog,
you needed, huh?
Dexter, and the chef. So that's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I spend £9.
£9.
There you go. Which I think, was that more or less than last time? I don't even remember anymore.
I think last time you had maybe 8. I don't remember that.
And that completes my turn.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this old friend involved. I do not get $1 of spending, but we're gonna boost up to 4. And we have to do the hectic day, I think. So
already?
I think I got it right. So I spend an action to gain 3 actions, right? So I net 2 actions here. So spend an action to gain 1, 2, 3.
You have 6 actions?
6 actions. And with 6 actions, I think I'm just going to go big. I think I'm just going to go big.
You are?
Okay.
Oh, I don't like the sound.
We're going to have another ball, actually, here.
Oh, why do you keep having these cards?
My school chum keeps enticing me.
£15?
So 15 pounds goes by. I wanted one more action for 22, but I couldn't get it. So
you just got it over there. I am
15 pounds goes by.
I'm not winning this fortune. I've disappointed my late uncle.
There we go.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe you keep getting those.
Yeah, that school chum is really.
You drew them from the deck?
I drew that school chum.
Oh, that's nice.
Or not the school chum. These cards.
The ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's all your actions.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so now we are going to clean up again. So untap.
Okay.
Untap what you've tapped.
Okay.
Discard
my house
down
is going
to
to
2
devalue.
cards. Oh yeah, your house devalues.
Discard down to 2 cards, you say. Okay, let's go ahead and keep these 2, and I will discard these 2.
Okay. Discard.
Okay.
Kept these 2, and then let's clean up the board. So wild card stays.
I'm going to take these down. Those are your 2.
Discard these.
Okay, we are in the 4th round.
Here you go. Okay, so we are now in
round 4.
Round 4. Yep. Oops. Bye-bye.
Okay. So some of the cards on here are going to be different. Like this one, this is going to be a event instead of event and activities instead of.
This one becomes an event, and this one becomes another wild companion. Okay. Those are the only differences.
Okay, so let's go ahead and set that up.
Let's go ahead and set that. Yeah. So crown. Oh, it's another ball.
Ooh, hello ball.
And then the other wild. So who goes first now?
Is I. So you're actually going to be able to block and go.
Well.
Okay, so.
Front row.
I need you to not have action.
How much money do you have left?
Oh, money. Let's get a money count. I have 20.
24.
24, 25, 26.
Oh, 26.
And
I have
yourself?
33.
Okay.
But we both have properties.
You have properties. I've been devaluing my properties, though. That's pretty good.
If he tries to spend, or if either of us tried to spend more than we have in cash, you can't. So you'd be forced to sell your property.
Right.
Before you can do that. Correct. You can't go into the negatives without selling your property.
Now, selling a property in action?
It's an action.
It is an action.
Yeah,
okay.
Selling your property is an action. So if you don't have another action, then you're done.
Right. Okay. So, I need you to not have actions. Is what we're basically saying. Or I can do something. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll block this one right here.
Okay.
Okay. Am I supposed to do this now, or that's when I place? That's when I place.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, when you place, when you go to draw cards.
Okay.
So. I will block this one right there.
Really?
And then I'm going to take. Oh,
I'm surprised.
You are?
Yeah. But then again. This part of the game is interesting.
I'm going to go here.
Okay.
So I get to draw 2 cards. I'm going to take these 2. These 3 first. 2, 3. And then I'm going to draw 2 events. Let's go 1, 2. So those are my actual 2 cards I'm drawing.
That was interesting. Okay.
I get 3 base actions and my 2 errand people. So, your go.
That was interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go...
Not what you expected?
Yeah, it wasn't what I expected. I thought you were going to try to grab a bunch of actions.
Yeah, well, I didn't want only one errand. I think I have a fear of only having one errand.
Yeah,
person.
I know what you mean. Mm-hmm.
So that's probably going to be the death
I know
of me.
exactly what you mean. Okay, let's go ahead and, I might as well go here. So let me get my 3 activities or events that we call them. So that's 1, 2, 3. And now I get to draw 2 cards. I don't think I want any properties right now, so let's go ahead and let's get a, these are called companions, right?
Yeah,
oh,
how many do you want of them?
These are guests?
These are companions.
Companions. Can I have, I'll take 2.
Is that all the cards that you're...
I get 2 cards. Yeah, I get 2.
So you're taking them both
Both,
from here?
yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Are you happy with that?
It'll work, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
So Aaron's phase. It's starting with you this time.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so with my first errand, person, let's go ahead and that wild party would have been nice earlier in the game, but not anymore.
Oh yeah, that is.
You get to devalue. It looks like you get to devalue your house 3 times.
This allows you to spend 1 action to immediately devalue your house
but
3 times.
I'm already gonna naturally kind of do it. So.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just not do that.
I spent so much money on my farm.
Let's go ahead and I will. Boy, this is a little bit difficult. I'll take a. Wow, can you get that ball? Are you gonna be able to get that ball? Let's just prevent the ball. Just in case. That's a hate draft. That's a straight hate draft.
That
right
was. Okay, so I have 2 errand people. I'm going to...
Oh, I have before I forget, I have 2 base actions there.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
And pick up the dinner.
Dinner party?
Little dinner party.
Dinner pot here. Okay, so what I'll do is...
The dinner party with my horse.
With your horse, yeah. Yeah,
I just caught that.
I don't think he's eating horse, is he?
No.
That looks like
We do not advocate for that necessarily. He's my guest.
Maybe you got to the dinner via horseback.
Maybe.
Horse-drawn carriage, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Okay. Now it's making sense. Okay, so what I will then do is I'll go and let's go ahead and get a wild card.
Silly.
Oh,
that's bad.
Sorry. Okay.
I too will get a wild card.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I take my 2 actions. So I'll go ahead and have the old friend give me a 3rd action.
Okay.
And what I want to do is, so I will play the dinner event. Okay, which is it's going to cost me an action. And what that does basically is it allows me to spend 2, plus I have a chef and a wild card, so it's going to cost
2
me
chefs,
6.
So you get 6. You could spend £6 for that 1 action.
That's the wild that's going to go there. So these go bye-bye, and I get to spend £6, correct. So 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that was 1 action, so 3 went down to 2, and then now, okay, I put the gardener down. Okay, that's 1 action.
1 action.
Play the gardener.
So the gardener says that when you maintain a yellow or a brown property.
Yeah, so I have a yellow property.
Then you spend £3
right,
extra.
So currently to maintain it, it's going to cost 3, but because this one will be permanently active, it'll cost me 6 now to maintain this. So is it a good time to do so?
A good time to maintain it?
To maintain it? You know, I'm not going to maintain it.
Really?
I'm gonna let that
Play
drop.
That card.
I'm gonna go for maybe for the future. You know, when it's the least valuable, then I'll maintain it.
Sure.
Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just spend this theater card right here. Okay, so we went to the theater and we spent $2.
Okay.
Just 1 action. Okay, so that's that, and I'll make some change.
You're done?
That's it.
Okay, so I have 3 base actions here, and I have these 2 old friends, so I'm going to tap them both to give me 2 additional. This old friend allows me to spend £1, so I will do so. And then I'm going to actually spend an action to play this wild card, and this is going to allow me to add a horse onto my farm.
Oh, nice.
So to symbolize that, can you pass me I believe
horsey.
It's like a beige. Maybe it's a beige.
Or these ones? Oops. Excuse me.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think those represent animals, yeah.
The beige one?
I think so.
I actually don't remember what the colors are. I know the white one are the chefs. The pink one is the guests.
Right.
Brown is probably the dog.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Brown is the dog and beige is the horse.
Okay.
So this means I have a horse.
Okay.
So that was one action.
Oh, you ended up with a lot of actions.
I did, yeah, surprisingly. I'm going to spend the training ground, which allows me to spend £2 for every horse that I have on a farm. So I have one horse on there, so I'm going to spend £2.
Okay.
So it was one action to play the card onto that spot. So now I have 3 more. I am going to maintain my farm. It's one action, but I get to spend £6. So let's turn that in.
I'll get you some change.
Thank you, £4. So now I have 2 more actions. So I'm going to go to dinner with my horse.
With your horse.
Like we discussed. And so it allows me to spend
take that £4, yeah. Okay.
£4.
You're rocking and rolling right
We're
now.
making some
You're
waves
rocking
here.
and rolling here.
There you go.
Okay.
And then I have one more action. One more action. So I will make a reservation.
Oh, very nice.
A fancy dinner. And no guests needed or no companions needed, so it's just one action for £4.
Okay.
So you discard that for me, please?
Is this a discarded card, or do you play it down to the...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, that means I can't use it. Wait.
Yeah, I was going to say. So maybe the 10 back.
Thank you. That means I can't use it if I play it
Yeah,
down.
because you play it for one action, and then you have to use it for one action.
You are absolutely right. I guess I'll just play it down.
Okay.
So that still spends an
That's
action, but I don't get
it. It sets it up for the future, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Play it. Okay.
So that is the end of the round.
Correct.
So we're going to clean up. So untap those that have been tapped.
Okay. I'm gonna
discard down to 2.
devalue this house once again. Perfect.
Discard these. I discard these 2, please. Thank you.
So I'm gonna keep this one and
Queen.
you know what? I will keep.
Here you go. So yours.
Okay, let's go with this one. These 2 will go bye-bye.
That decision making at the end, trying to figure out which cards to discard, is kind of tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now entering the 5th round, and we are going to start with setup.
Yep.
So let's turn. Does anything? Yeah, this is the one that changes. So this is now an event card.
Correct. Ooh.
So we've got some crowns.
Another ball.
Another ball. Wait. Oh yeah, this is the wild, and so is this. Oops.
There we go.
Okay.
Now we're
so
looking good.
now we're looking.
Okay.
Now we're looking good. So it starts with me.
Yes.
I'm gonna start playing again.
Okay, where are you blocking?
I'm gonna block this spot because I know you like it so much.
That one? But why? I'll block this one.
Okay.
And then I'll have to go here. So I'm not going to draw any cards, but because of the school chum, I do get to draw 3 of these.
What are the event cards? Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna have to go here, which gives me 2 cards, so 2 base actions. And I get to draw 2 cards. But first, because of my school chum, I get my 3 companions.
Okay.
And then I
get a base of 3. Sorry.
Okay. I will draw my 2 cards from the event deck. All right.
Okay.
And then we both have 2 errand people each. Correct. So starting with me, we move on to the errand phase. I can't let you have it.
What is it? Explain yourself.
Well, goodness. Yeah. The ball.
Oh, yeah.
The ball.
That's okay. We'll go ahead and enjoy ourselves a hectic day.
Yeah. I couldn't make up my mind between that or the ball. So for my second errand boy task, we are going to manipulate the properties. So let's make the farms at a -3. You have a yellow property.
I do have a yellow property.
So let's move that up to +3. So it makes the yellow property more expensive. But so when he goes to sell it, he's gonna get more money back, which is not what he wants.
Right. You want least money.
He wants less money. Yeah.
Okay, I like your style there. So, what to do now? Let's go ahead and let's just spend.
You're gonna go to the opera?
$2 at the opera. Yeah.
You went to the opera.
Hey, I'll take it.
Okay. Done?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my actions. I have 2 base actions, but my old friends who visit me every round because they're such nice people gives me 2 additional actions.
You have a chum and
I
2
have
friends.
4. And I get to spend 1 coin. So
Okay.
can I have? Do you mind?
Yeah, I'll fish you up. $9 comes about.
Actually, I'm also gonna tap this card for free, which
Okay.
is 2 coins because I have a horse there.
So I'll give you 7 and 7.
Yeah, 7 coins.
7.
7 pounds. I mean,
Okay.
thank you.
Pounds, coins.
So for my first action, I'm going to tap my farm.
Ah.
Because it has a horse on it, it allows me to spend 6 pounds.
Very good.
So here's 7. I'll take 1 back. So that was 1 action. For my next action, let's see, do I have anything in here that's awesome? For my next action, I will make a reservation. So
Okay. Another $4.
Another 4. So here's 10. So 2, so wait, 5 actually. 5 and a 1, so 6 pounds.
You make me nervous.
Two more actions, right?
You do.
And then is this the time to do it? I'm gonna sell back my farm.
Really? So $12 goes
I don't know if this is
back
a
to
round too early, but I already manipulated the properties.
You did.
So.
That's true.
So I get 12 pounds back.
Okay.
So there's that. Bye-bye, horsey.
Bye-bye, horsey.
So that's 1 action, because you have to spend an action if you want to sell back your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my last action, I am going to... I'm going to go to dinner.
Okay.
I'm going to go to dinner with my chef. I don't have a lady guest, unfortunately, so I'm going to go to dinner with my chef.
Okay.
And so that's 3 pounds.
3 pounds. Okay.
There you go.
Is that all your actions?
That's all my actions.
Okay, that's not bad.
So I have 16 pounds left and
16
no
pounds
more properties.
and no
That's
property.
16 pounds ever.
Makes you feel good. Okay.
Makes me feel real good.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with meeting with the old friend who is going to give me some action here. We're going to spend an action for the hectic ride.
Hectic day?
Our hectic day, sorry. So the hectic day, it allows me to spend 2. So I'll do that. I spent 1 as its action, but then I gained 2. That's its benefit. So now I have 5 actions to deal with right now. And then, with the 5 actions...
Uh-oh. Is this the...
We're having another little ball.
Oh my gosh.
We like to throw parties.
What is up with this card?
Champagne parties.
How many actions is that?
That's 5, so I get to spend 13.
And how much money do you have?
I will tell you right now. I have $1 left. But I have this property over here that you've manipulated. And that was all my actions, all 5.
So it sounds like the next round is the last round for sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, so that was the end of that.
That's the end.
So we go ahead
Okay,
and
so
discard?
let's clean up.
Yep.
So I'm going to untap these. Let's go do some untapping. And then I have to discard down to 2. So I will keep this one. And I guess I'll keep this one.
Yeah, discard those 2.
Or I'll keep this one.
Okay. Should I clean up the board?
Here you go. Yeah, let me help you.
Okay.
So these are yours. You are in a good... how many of those cards did you have?
I think that was 3 of them.
3 of them.
That was kind
How
of
does that even happen?
It's because I have the school chum that just allows me to filter through those events.
Yeah.
So we're just throwing.
Your school chum.
We're
beats
throwing
my
some
school
parties.
chum.
Yeah. Yours allows you to meet with people, right? Yeah.
So you discarded down to 2?
I did. Yeah.
Did you maintain? Oh, so untap your cards.
Yes. No, I didn't maintain, but it's
all the way. It's depreciated. Okay, so now we are entering in the 6th round, which sounds like it might be our final round.
Could be. Yeah.
It could
Depends.
be. Could very well be.
Somebody gets down to 0 and with no properties and declares bankruptcy. Yeah.
It's not gonna be me. Okay, so let's set up.
Okay.
So starting in the, what is this, the
We're
sixth
in the
round?
sixth round.
Okay,
Yeah,
so everything is still pretty
changed
much
now.
the same. These 2 cards. This is the, where did the...
Did you spend the wild and...
Did I have a wild in my hand? And not know it?
Let's see.
Yeah, right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so we lost this wild card for a second there, but we found
difficulties.
Technical difficulties in the card department.
All right.
So it's you.
So I block first.
You block first. You block first, I block second, and I get to go.
I don't know what I'm doing. So I, who is very nervous.
I don't know why you're so nervous. How much is your mansion? Is that the
It's
mansion?
worth 4, but it's worth 7 really.
7, so you're gonna have 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have 16.
Yeah. You'd eat. I'm gonna go ahead and just. I think this is a good block.
You're blocking that one?
I think so, but.
Okay. I'm going.
Yeah, maybe.
You're blocking that one.
I guess
for
so,
sure.
yeah.
Okay. I will block this one.
Okay.
And I will take this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I can draw. I'm gonna draw 3
How
of
foolish
these
of me.
because of my school chum, and then I will take 1 event for my 1 card. And I get 1 errand person. So
Correct.
my other errand person.
Okay.
will not.
So I'll go here, which is good. That means I get to go first in errand person placement and actions.
Okay.
Okay. So my first errand person that I'm gonna place will be.
What did you draw cards?
Oh yes, I draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
And let me get my 3.
You're gonna
Here's
need to
1,
shuffle.
2. Oh
Here.
boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
I should have been separating these out.
Here, I can do it if you want to grab.
Okay. Let me just. I get it. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, going back to it. These are my 3 that I get, and then I get 2 more. So let's see what we want to do. I will go ahead and I'll take 2 of these guests, or what are they called?
You get the last 2 companions.
Most excellent companions. That's what they are. Okay.
Okay, so starting with you, the errand phase.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and manipulate the this area.
Really?
Yes. That.
I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So, my base actions are 4.
I
I
got
have
you.
4 base actions. I mean, none of these are exactly worthwhile at the moment. So I think I will. I laughed at you for doing this, but I'm gonna go to the opera.
Yeah.
Spend
some cash.
2. So 5 minus 2 is 3.
That is correct.
That's
the
math.
right math on that.
Thanks.
Good job. Okay, so can you remind me what the estate agent up there does? It looks like you get when you sell or buy, it's a $4.
For the estate agent, which is this card, it says when buying or selling a mansion, manor house, or townhouse, which is basically any of the properties that's not a farm, you can increase or decrease their price by £2.
By £2. Oh, so that's why that -4 there. That's a -4.
Oh, sorry, by £4.
Okay, I was like,
Sorry.
£2.
So I'm not wearing my glasses. Everything.
You're doing so well with that.
I know,
5 minus 2.
I was doing so well with my math.
Okay. So let's see. What do we want to do here? Okay, why not? We'll go here, and I'll take the carriage ride.
Gonna go on a carriage ride, I see.
Mayhaps. Perhaps.
Can I see it? What does it do?
Oh, it's just 4.
Oh, you get to spend 4 coins.
I get to spend 4 coins.
So you get to start us off
Yeah.
with the actions.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and for action, well, we're going to meet with the old friend who's going to help us out here. I have to get rid of this. I have to get rid of this mansion.
So you have 3 actions?
I have 3 actions. So
Okay.
getting rid of the mansion is going to be one of my actions. So it's going to go there. So this guy goes bye-bye. So it's 4 minus 3, so it's going to net me 1. I earn $1 back. So now I have $2 to my name.
So you spent 1 action?
Correct, yeah. So
Okay, so
3 went down
actions
to 2. Yeah. How much money do you have over there?
I have...
You have
10,
a lot of actions,
14.
though. It makes
I
me
have
a little
lot of
nervous.
money.
It does make...
I think money is more important to not have than the
actions.
actions.
Well, the actions help you get rid of money, so... let's go ahead and... Okay, so because I have 2 actions, I'm going to go ahead and play the carriage ride.
Okay.
Which is goodbye $4.
Okay, so $4.
So I go from $2 to 0. So I'm in the negatives now. So this will now represent negative money, debt.
Yeah, you're now in debt. This is the last round because he just went into debt.
Yeah.
So
I went into debt with no property, so this will signal last round. So that's that one right there.
So it's going to be who can accrue the most debt at this point.
Correct. And then I will take my dog to dinner.
Oh, that's a cute thought.
Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so that's going to cost me an action, and it's going to get me -4 here. So I'm going to end the game with a total of -6.
I have to beat -6.
You have to beat -6.
I'm at 14 pounds.
So you got to spend 20.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
Unfortunately for me. So I'm going to tap these both.
If you had one of those raging balls right
and
now,
I can... Excuse me?
Yeah, like the ball.
You mean...
Bella the ball?
This
ball.
card?
Oh.
It's not enough. It's 17 pounds. It's all 6 actions for 17 pounds. I'm at 13, so I'm going to be at -4.
-4, yeah. There you go. Wow. You had it.
And that is it.
That's it.
I lost by... What? 2? How many do you have? 6? I have 4. Yeah, I lost by 2 pounds. 2 pounds.
You almost left me hanging there.
Oh, sorry.
That was okay.
I was trying to do that math, you know?
Yeah, the 5 to 3.
The 5 to
5 minus 2 was actually 3. And...
Okay. Wow. What a ride. What a ride. Who knew spending money could be so difficult? But you had all those ball cards, just like ball after ball.
It's all balls.
I guess it pays to be a party animal.
Yeah.
So we are going to clean up here, and then we will be back, and we'll let you know what we think. Okay, so we just finished playing Last Will, and I lost.
$2.
He deserved the win.
Yeah, that was not bad.
You did spend a lot of money.
It was close.
So, what did you think?
I enjoyed the game. It was fun.
It was fun?
How about yourself?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's lighter. It's definitely on the lighter end, and there's some luck involved.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I got some of those cards that were pretty powerful at the beginning, just to boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, there's a lot of luck involved, actually. What do you think of theme?
I definitely like the theme of it. Yeah, I like the concept of inheriting the money, and you're competing with your other family members, I guess, to see who's going to get the majority of the inheritance. I like the movie that it's kind of based on, Brewster's Millions, which is a really, really good movie. So I like it. Yeah.
This concept is new, I just haven't seen another board game do it.
Yeah, most games you want to try to acquire the most goods or money or resources.
Points.
This one, get rid of it,
Yeah, so it almost feels counterintuitive to think about it that way. When you're selling your properties and you're buying them, you're like, wait, so I want to sell it for less?
Yeah, you want to manipulate the market so that you buy high.
Yeah, buy high and sell low.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little bit counterintuitive. But it's cool. It's a cool theme. What about, how about player count? What do you think about that?
So I've played it at, I believe, 2 and 4. It's good, 2 is pretty quick, so it's nice.
2, yeah. When you play with 2, it does become a much quicker game. I've played it up to 4. It plays up to 5. I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend that at 5. That board becomes a lot more restrictive at 5. In higher player counts, there's actually a board extension that allows you to add an extra card on the card offering board. But man, that would still be really tight. I
do say that at 2 players with the blocking of certain areas, that makes it a fun little interactive aspect of the game. I do like that.
I really like that at 2 players. I think that's almost better, I guess.
Yeah, there's a game within a game there where it's like, I think she needs 3 actions here, so I'm going to block this off, but that means I might not be able to go where I want to go.
Mini meta game.
Yeah.
You're getting into each other's heads.
And the idea of it snaking where, yes, I'm first, but all I'm doing is blocking, then you get to take both. Right. You get to block and take your action. And then now I get to see the aftermath of it all. So I think that's pretty interesting. I think really within this game, there was times where you thought I was going to go somewhere and vice versa.
Right.
So
it didn't happen that way.
That's perfect, yeah.
What about replayability?
There's a lot of different combinations of cards. I've played it now. I think this is my 4th time playing it, so you do kind of know which cards are the big bombs that you want to get, you know?
Right. So it is one of those games. I mean, in any game that's like card-based, the more you know about the cards that are going to come out, the better I think you can potentially do.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really know the deck as well, and so he was just getting all these ball cards, and I had no idea.
I played that 3 times,
I thought there was probably only like one of those, and there's like a bunch of them, so obviously I didn't know it well enough. But,
so, I mean, in the end, you only lost by by negative $2, you know, so it did somehow balance out in the end, but as you're playing it, it feels kind of like what the heck, like you got those cards. So
that's what's interesting about this game in terms of replayability. You're just trying to do as many combos as you can. Like, there are a lot of different strategies. You can try to go the property route. You can try to do the companion route. Those helpers and expenses are a little bit of like an engine builder. When you put them on your board, they help you do certain things better. We didn't do too much of that, actually, in our game.
No, I think it was just like, I have 5 actions, boom, here's all my 5 actions, spend.
We went more the events route, but like some of the helpers and expenses can actually help you do other things better when you put them on your board.
Yeah.
So lots of different strategies you can employ.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and the game is like you're min-maxing the entire game. Like, that is the game. You're just trying to see what kind of cards can I put together in order to spend the most amount of money.
Few actions, how much can I spend, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, least amount of actions, most amount of expenditure.
Most bang for your buck. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about balance and mechanics, I guess?
I think we kind of touched on that a little bit. You know, I was just slamming down, 3 of the 6 rounds we played a ball card, and that was pretty much my whole action.
Right.
But in the end, it was only a 2-point game. You know, we started at positive 70, negative 6, negative 4. I mean, those. So I think it does balance out a little. A
little bit towards the end, and I think. Yes, there's a lot of luck involved. Anytime it's like a card-driven game that requires you to draw cards, there's going to be that luck with the draw. And that's like really heavy in this game. But whenever you drew the ball cards, it was still a matter of you having to get yourself that many actions.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I was going to say. If the game did not have that whole aspect or that element of selecting, what turn order you're going to go, how many of those top hats you can put out, and how many actions you get, then it would probably be a really bad game. You need that element of the game.
It would probably be an okay game. I don't know about bad, but it would be an okay game.
Yeah, but you need that element of it, because it's like, okay, I have this card. How am I going to retain this card for a future round where I know I can capitalize on it? Because markets might change with the properties, and maybe it's not the right time for for me to buy or sell something. So
that's
it does balance out.
That's actually really interesting, because. Mechanics-wise, I do think that the kind of, like, the nice point about this game is that planning board. So without the planning board, it's a typical card game where you're just trying to find combinations. But with that planning board, that's where it really, like, gets your brain going. Because you have to figure out everything that you're going to do for the entire round. It limits your actions, it limits your errands people that you're going to be sending out, and the number of cards you can draw.
Right.
And then discarding cards at the end.
When you have to discard down.
Down to 2 cards. That's another limiting factor.
Because you look at some of those actions, and it's like, I can draw 7 cards right now.
You're not gonna get
but I'm not going to be able to use them all or keep them all. So do I really need that right now?
Right.
And then
so it's another decision that you're trying to weigh.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So overall,
it's a fun game. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably really fun.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to bust it out all the time, but every so often, it's a good change of pace.
It's silly fun. It's not like a brain burner. It's not to be taken seriously, but it's a good time.
Yep. Last will.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.